Welcome back to another short game here on the HeavenFX channel. Today we're taking a look at the debutant entry and the first Game Boy LP of this channel. Today we're taking a look at HAL Laboratory's first entry into a much-loved franchise, Kirby. As in Kirby. So, what is Kirby? Well, Kirby is a small blob thing that, due to the nature of the Game Boy's black grayness, it is not determined what the skin of Kirby really is. It doesn't really Kirby. This is basically the bare bones of what the Kirby series would become, but the Kirby's Adventure for the Kirby game for the Nintendo, that's what defines it anyway. First enemies you encounter are Waddle Dees. You also have Chippy, duck things. Shit. Bronto birds there. Bronto birds. Waddle Dees, Bronto birds, Gappers. And you got all sorts of secret items. If you played the first stage of Kirby Superstar, this will be very familiar for you. For those that don't know, this was Kirby right before he got his signature appearance, and that weird little pop lob thing. Yeah, that is a Poppy Bro. Poppy Bro Junior. Moving on to the woods, so we're going to approach our first sub-boss, which is a Poppy Bro! It's a Poppy Bro Senior! I think it is a Poppy Bro Senior. Fortunately, in this game it's actually kind of easy. All you just have to do is absorb his bombs and put them back to him. And you got the actual Poppy Bros, which are there. One of these, Bronto Birds, lots of various items there. And these are Grizzos. Grizzos are big bears. No problem at all, you just need to go through that one. Bronto Birds. Again, they're completely harmless. Oh. Hang on, I think they're called peas. God damn thing! Oh, they're called Cappies. No. Damn it! I had this and it fucks up. It's not cool. Anyway, we're moving on to the tree. Indeed we are. Moving on to the tree. What were the birds' names? Not that one. Puffies. I think they were called Puffies. No. Peasers. Fuck. I'm having problems here. Oh, they're called, I believe they were called Twizzies. Yeah, I was right. The bird enemies are called Twizzies. Twizzies and Waddle Dees. Sorry for absolutely doing it. Anyway, all you just have to do is follow the screen. This is basically go up. And that's about it. It's not much to do here. We've pretty much gotten to the point where we actually are near the first boss of the game. Yeah, this game is really short. Moving on to boss number 1, the first boss of every Kirby series, minus a few entries in the series, Wispy. Yeah, Wispy's kinda terrible, even for a Kirby. For someone who's never played Kirby, Wispy's pattern is very easy to figure out. All you have to do is basically swallow all three of his plants, and now we get to do a signature of the Kirby series, the dance. Wank! Yes. Level 2! Castle! Low! Boink. Essentially, we're moving on to castles, and it's the Broomy Witch! Also, we have a brand new Waddle variant. They do not get much when it comes to variancy, but they are Waddle Doos. Everyone knows Waddle Dee, which is basically a cool guy who are mostly working for the fowls of the evil King Dedede. Oh yeah, forgot to mention the plot. Actually, what kind of person would I be if the plot was taken? King Dedede, the evil ruler of Popstar, self-proclaimed ruler of Popstar, aka King Dedede, has nicked all the food for his 24-hour banquet. You are charged with getting all the food back. Thus, you are Kirby. He's also the world's first basically the world's first Kirby, the kiddie version of bulimic. Trust me, you don't want to find out this shit. Anyway, a lot of these enemies do not last. I mean, these weird puffy things, they never get seen again. Flappies, of course, there's all these ghosts. In fact, the ghosts are not seen again until what? YouTube tells us series. I'm pretty sure they were called bloopers. Oh, boomers or something ghost related. I can't remember. Boomers? Yeah, they're called boomers. And they do actually show up in a few more entries in the Kirby series. Anyway, this is low. Seriously, that's what his name is. Low. I think it's the first time you get to meet the guy. And it turns out Low actually has a sister named La. Low, La. Fucking shit is basic. Seriously. I'm not kidding. Anyway, moving on. You actually get to see, and here's the little something I like to call Kirby has a bad reaction to Vindaloo. Quite literally, it just gives him every time you have a curry attack, it basically shoots you up with fireballs and you're literally on fire. Quite literally as well, which is really not much. Or as I like to call them, it's the run of the Vindaloo. Essentially. And if you don't get the reference, then you're a sad person. Anyway, introducing Gordos. I hate these guys. They are invulnerable spike enemies that you cannot kill no matter what you do. Also, you got a miniature maze here. It's actually not that bloody hard to figure out where shit goes, but you have to avoid the Gordos though. They cannot be killed, yet they will get in this game. Spiked enemies will give you 3 frickin' damage points. Hitting an enemy like so takes one of those, and considering that spikes will kill you in 2 hits, not a good idea. Especially since, of course, of course, naturally Kirby. Anyway, moving on to the boss. It's of course Low and La. This pattern is simple if you know what you're doing. There are 2 ways of actually winning this battle. Kirby cannot hit them with his breath. So what he does is essentially, you basically get yourself into a position, absorb the block, and then fire that block back at the 2. Technically, this La will show up in future titles. I think they become more friends than enemies, to be honest. Anyway, dance time! David Cameron. Stage 3 now, Float Islands. And a very amusing picture of Kirby actually eating the fishing hook that basically makes sure of that. Anyway, enemies change again! Not immediately, but you do get clap, but you do get squishies. Also exploding bloody coconuts. And of course, fish with goggles. Also, you've noticed the first time you'll see beam being used by Waddle-Doos. Waddle-Doos have a specialty of using eye lasers. It comes denoted because they're the most important power-up for later, and you may want to keep an eye on this one. So yeah, take out as much enemies as you can. Squishies are not particularly bad. They're just pretty much difficult because most of these stages will consist of floating enemies. Suck up the microphone and you literally will have Distort or Mike Kirby. Anyway, say I believe the fish are called puppies. Oh, they're another enemy. Let's just call them fishes. Giant stones. Yes. Giant stones. I'm trying to remember their names. I'm pretty sure they are common. They are bloody common enemies. I think they're called gas bars. Look. No, that's a different enemy. Glunks. Could they be glunks? Let's have a look. No, they're not glunks, but they did show up in the other one. So, Shutzos. Oh, the cannon things. I think they're called coders. No, they're the squishy things. Dizzy. I don't know, but you still gotta go for the levels. Don't mind me, I'm actually trying to find most of these enemies myself. It's pretty hard. You have to put a lot of effort to time. All the fishes anyway, and it's time for Kirby to run around like a person because he has a bad reaction to Mutton Vindaloo. Firing, hitting, attacking with fireballs of pure curry essence. This is what happens when you have sheep curry, essentially. And note to self, if you go in water, it basically cools him off. Essentially. Those are Kabus? Yeah, they're called Kabus. Yeah, I would have thought they were called Kabus. Anyways, as mentioned, warp stars are automatic moving on to thingies, and I believe we're out of the ship. Like onto a whale? I think Kirby got stuck. Well, not anymore. Moving on to the clouds, it's more Kabus, and lots of puppies, and assorted shit. And it's now time for Kirby to fly! It turns into a freaking side-scrolling shoot 'em up, because here's your next boss! It's of course, Thingy. Ah, it's Kabula! This is Kabula, this is a boss. And pretty much any time the fucker shows up, I'll have to look at this one, because I think he doesn't show up in any other Kirby games again! No, he shows up in fucking Ultra. It's King Dedede's personal aircraft. He did actually technically come back for Superstar Ultra. Moving on to level 4, clouds, basically. Lots and lots of clouds and fucking Gordos everywhere. Oh, this is the introduction of one of the most hated enemies in Kirby history. Everyone, and I mean everyone who plays the games, utterly despises the Scarfies. Yeah, Scarfies! They are fucking evil. They literally explode. And when they do, they give you damage. Also, introducing a common variant of what these can do is the Parasol Troopers. The Parasol variant. Fortunately, you get Parasols, one of the power-ups. But the sad thing is, it doesn't show up. Oh, fucking hell. That was close. Oh, look! It's Mr. Cutter. It's Sir Cutter. It's frickin' Sir Kibble. Yeah, I thought it was Sir Kibble. It's been a while since I actually saw a fucking... I'll get up to date with better enemies crossing, but it's just, you know, I actually quite know a few things, and these stupid things. Seriously. Fuck! I hate fucking Scarfies! They are fucking assholes! And they explode, and if you're close, you'll get damage. Anyway, avoid him, Mr. Sir Kibble, and kills him, like so. Moving on to inside more cloud-based shit. Have to remember, I'm on my last bit of health here. I think if I get hit again, I will end up having to lose a life. It's not that bad. Most people dismiss the Kirby series as an easy bunch of games. But there's a problem with easy established games. They are fun. You mean, some people say, these games are terrible, they're basic, they're simple, they're kiddish. No, they're not, they're actually kind of fun. Also addictive and not exactly hardcore, but they are fantastic when it comes to puzzles, and it's more blip powers. Get with the program and get with healing. More healing items and a maximum tomato. Yeah, most of the items you see in the Kirby series make appearances for Smash Brothers. And it is our mini boss here, which is a mini Krako. You recognize Krako as an established enemy, or as I like to call him, Lord of the fucking Doos. Because he spits out Waddle Doos. Seriously, that's all he spits out, is Waddle Doos. Give it a little bit of a hit later on, anyway. We get to take on the Warp Star and move on to another peak, onto more light speed, as it were. So, down we go, and more flying to do. It's time for some more Kirby side-scrolling! Floating around at the speed of sound, got places to go, got tons of blocks to destroy, because Well, yeah, see my point? I don't like Kirby, Spike's your ultimate enemy. They actually sort this out, but this game, motherfucker. Of course, Dreamland actually has a trilogy of games by itself. 2 for the Game Boy, which includes this one, and the very often not played as much Kirby's Dreamland 2. And of course, there's the Super Nintendo one, which I will be looking at eventually at some point. Why is that? Because Kirby games are fun. Some people could just say, they're just too kiddie. No. Kirby games are fun. Fuck you for suggesting otherwise. And Kirby's still on a bender because he cannot stand the Vindaloo. Seriously, why does Kirby like spicy things? I don't know. I'm not the one who likes spicy shit. Anyway, moving on to the boss of the area, Kracko. Okay, Kracko will now move into his more familiar form, which is spikes with clouds and a giant eye. He has a few patterns you may want to recognize. In this game, technically he's hard. With a power-up, though, as you'll see in future titles, Kracko becomes a joke. Again, I like referencing jokes, but then again, this is probably the only time most people probably couldn't be asked to buy a fucking Game Boy and play Kirby, because Kirby's a fun. It's just a straight up game from left to right. It's just games you want to play, and, you know. These sort of games are actually pretty good in my opinion, because that's pretty good. Anyway, and that's it for Kracko. And it's time for the dance once more. Ed Miliband. What? And now we move on to the boss. Mount Dedede. Yeah, Mount Dedede. Oh, King Dedede. How can I help you, King Dedede? I need a monster to clobber that there Kirby. Unfortunately, like most final bosses in certain games, we have to go through the Mega Man Gauntlet, which is essentially a sort of a bridge level, which means we're going to be facing off against bosses again. So, face off against Bizzies, Cappies, Gordos. Yeah, only this time the frickin' only this time though, you have to touch your counterpart and you can move on straight to the boss, because the Gordo will kill, that Gordo will instant kill you. Not lying. Anyway, here you can face the bosses again. They're easy. Especially Wispy. Wispy is again a joke. Point this out because Wispy is terrible. Just does all that. Hit him though. Just unleash the beast. Unleash the beast. Unleash the beast! Oh, you arsehole! I had you in a pattern then. Right, Wispy is defeated. Closed. Goodbye. Out of business. Back to the castle. And we get to take on these bridge enemies again. So I got hit in the back once more. And let's just give him. Let's touch the Kirby. Let us touch ourselves. As so, get rid of the Gordo God, and we get to fight these two again. Beat this again, only this time. Don't swallow the blocks. You can swallow, but I think Kirby's more of a spitter than a swallower, to be honest. And yes, I had to make that joke. Fuck off. Because pretty much sure everyone who doesn't like Kirby has always made one of those references. And that's the end of Low. Shame, right? Moving on. Now we're gonna take out La. At least we're not taking on the Teletubbies instead. We would have had problems here. Massive problems if it was that. Believe me. It's just that. And that's it for La. The twins are dead. They're not really dead, they're just bruised and beaten. Moving on to the pirate ship! Yar Finity D, the game is alright, I don't think. By the way, if those things are closed, you can't absorb them. That's bullshit. I kinda figured you'd be like that. Also known as well, one of the few times Kirby actually does have if you don't have a power-up and you have no idea what to use, basically fall on your face. It's essentially an attack that does a lot of things. Anyway, that bit was a bit difficult. Now we move on to the sky. Kind of convenient as well. Moving on. And we're back to the side scroll and shoot 'em up! Going up against the Kabula, King Dedede's private airship. Just pretty much get his pattern and boom, there you go. He'll charge at you, which is not too good thing. He'll attack you with bursts of 3, try and alternate, and of course, his aircraft, King Dedede's aircraft carrier is down. Finally, Krakow! And there's a fucking fucking Scarfy! See? And then we just land on the big giant Kirby, and we're going to be taking on the final boss, which is, of course, Krakow! And then it'll be on to King Dedede himself. Right, now we just have to... Unfortunately, Krakow's got a few new tricks himself. He's essentially a tough super boss in this game. Yeah, this was right before Meta Knight was introduced, which was in fucking Kirby Superstar, and he's become a very popular sort of a third character since. I mean, surely! Correct for the check. Being Krakow, you just basically swallow the waddle dew and then basically fire it right at him. Ooh, meaty. Anyway, moving on. Up we get. Down we get. Do a little bit of this. And hit him again. And that's about it for the end of Krakow. Now we just touch Dedede's face. And here he is! It's King Dedede! Look at his health, he's got 10! But actually, he's actually kind of predictable. What you need to do is essentially, when he makes stars from his impact moves, you absorb them and fire them back. So essentially, if he hits you with his, if he goes with his hammer and makes a mark, which includes a star mark, that's your cue to absorb it and basically do that. That is all you do, really. Avoid DD's not that hard. In fact, this game is not really hard. The only one that may give you a little bit of a challenge is Krakow, and that's about it. And actually, Kabula might give you somewhat of a decent challenge. The twins, maybe? I'm not sure. Wispy, definitely not a threat. Because Wispy Woods is terrible. Absolute shit. I don't know why he's just a joke in this. I don't know why Wispy Woods always comes back. He doesn't fucking learn. Never does. So, we're nearly there. If he goes for the hammer, pull that up and shoot him again. I believe we're nearly done. And if you jump, he'll try it mid-air attack. What you try and do is make sure his hammer jumps to the ground. He's going for his ground pound one more time. And that's it for this game. Dedede is blasting off again. Ding! And Kirby is celebrating because he now has all the stars, and essentially he has basically gained their wishes. Absorbing the stars, he becomes hot. He becomes... What the... He becomes a giant hot air balloon. How fitting, and he drops all the food that was stolen by the citizens of Popstar, and that's the end of the game. No kidding, that's it. Yeah, as I mentioned, chief designer Masa Sakurai. So yeah, that was Kirby Dreamland. No, it's a good basic game for anyone that's never played a Kirby game before. I mean, it's no Kirby Adventure, it's no Kirby Superstar, which we'll get to at certain points, but this was not essentially the last Kirby game to appear on the original Game Boy. No. This game the game was actually successful for the handheld, and it pretty much helped out because the next game in that series is Kirby Adventure for the Nintendo, which maybe could get coverage because I know for a fact that it's pretty much that. So that's gonna be the end of this short play. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for enduring about 25 minutes. And as the stars hold the castle up for showing the food, Kirby just basically takes the credits and bows in the head and shakes his head and basically says bye-bye to all of us. Anyway, that is going to take it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you in the next game, perhaps. Bye!